Did this Jeep come from Area 51 and the aliens put it together? I don't know. This is freaking me out. Hey, welcome back to Epic Cars, and this is episode 2 of the Jeep Willys project where I'm putting a bed liner on the entire vehicle. So this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and so I'm trying to do everything right, step by step, make sure it goes on correctly, because I think it's a one and done kind of thing here. You start spraying that bed liner on, it's not like you can go back and get it off very easily and just paint over it like on a paint job. If you screw up a paint job, this is going to be a textured material that's going to be kind of hard to get off once it dries, so I got to make sure it's done right. And what I've done is I pulled it out here into the lean-to, getting ready to just start finishing up the prep work. I put some Bondo on, any holes, any major defects in the bodywork, and then obviously started sanding the entire project down, making sure it's got a good bondable surface. You can see I've got the blue paint coming off on my fingers now, so I'm going to have to go back over this with a tack cloth, make sure it's all done right. But the problem I'm running into today is weather. On the instructions it says ideal conditions are 72 degrees and 60% humidity. Well, this is Oklahoma and it's August. So it's going to be about 98 degrees today, and the relative humidity as of right now is 78%. And it's only going to be going up over the next few hours because we've got rain coming in this afternoon. What that says to me is that I probably shouldn't spray this today. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time just kind of prepping the vehicle, getting it ready, let it rain tonight, get that out of the way. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the tires off and putting this entire Jeep on jack stands because I'm going to go ahead and do the under fenders here, and having those tires out of the way is I think going to make it a lot easier for me to be able to get up in there. So I'm going to spray the entire under fenders, the entire exterior of the Jeep, the entire interior of the Jeep. The only two areas that I'm not doing is I'm not going to do this front grille right here and then the inside of the dash. And then of course I've never used this product before and I've never used this gun before to spray it on. So I have no idea how much overspray we're going to be talking about here, how controlled it's going to be. Obviously, as you can tell, I've got it in this lean-to. I'm going to be shooting towards the Jeep, so I don't think I'm going to get it on my walls and stuff. I got my Raptor parked back there, hopefully at a safe distance to where it won't get stuff on it. Let's get started. The front tire on the driver's side and the back tire on the driver's side both require you to turn the lug nut clockwise in order to get them off instead of counterclockwise. I'm kind of freaking out right now. Like, am I in the Twilight Zone or something? Because I've never ran across this before, and I've been doing this for a long time, and you'd think I would have run across this by now. That on a Willys Jeep, the passenger side, lefty loosey comes off, lug nuts. Driver's side, you tighten it. Is this something that's normal? I have no idea. So guys, put your comments down below. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this story. Or is this just a one-off kind of weird Twilight Zone thing? I have no idea. So last night we had a major storm here in Oklahoma, and we had about 5 inches of rain in about an hour. Somewhere very close to my house, not my house, but somewhere very close to my house, got struck with lightning because I've got so many things fried in my house, it's not even funny. It's been a very expensive day with a lot of technicians coming by. But got all that wrapped up. I wanted to come out here and check on the Jeep, so I've done that now. Put some primer on it, continued to sand it, things like that. But I did notice, I've got some water damage on the paper, so I had to retape things and repaper things. But as you can see, got it on jack stands. Went ahead and put a car cover over my Raptor back there in the back. So it wouldn't get any overspray, and I also got a fan. I'm actually going to bring out another fan and set it right here to where I can create a draft coming out towards the open end of this lean-to. Almost tempted to just go ahead and start spraying tonight. Humidity's good, temperature's perfect. It's very nice out because the cold front came through. But what I was thinking about doing tonight was just the interior tub of the Jeep. I'm going to go ahead and start with the inside just to be kind of my test palette. To make sure, what kind of technique do I need to use? How clumpy is it? Those kind of things. Because if it's on the inside, I can just go over it again. It won't be as noticeable as it would be if it was on the outside. So I'm half tempted to start this project. It's very late in the day. I'm very tired. Been up most of the night, but at the same point in time, I'm excited to get this started, and I know you want to see the outcome, so here we go. Okay, so I've got the product and the gun out here on the table. Each one of the cans, according to the instructions, takes 1 can of this hardener. So you unscrew the top of this can, which actually has the Bedliner product, empty this hardener into it, so it's 1 can to 1 ratio. The gun is really nice. It's a nice heavy-duty metal gun. Nice thing about it, it comes with a pressure regulator. So this is something that I've been too cheap to buy in the past, especially for my paint guns and things like that. Now I've got one. I can put it on this, and then I can take it off and put it on other things. And then this is essentially the straw that fits right there, and it goes down into the actual can itself and sucks up the product. So you just screw the entire can onto the gun and go make magic happen. Okay, here comes the moment of truth, boys. We are going to, I did all the stuff according to the directions, and now it is, put it on the gun. It says 40 to 70 PSI on the actual pressure. I got a fan going and my neighbor's mowing their lawn, so hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. Alright, first spray. A lot easier than I thought it would be. It's going on really smooth. Definitely overspray though. So, not a lot, but this 1 can lasted about that. That ain't good. So I think I'm putting it on too thick. Good thing is I still have, how many cans left? I got 5 cans left. So multiply that times 5 and see if I can do the whole thing. Probably need to back off my pressure. Again, that's what this was all about, was trying to test this out. It goes on really, really good. I mean, it's got a good texture to it. I really like that. I did that entire wheel well and the whole bottom of this. You can see I need a little bit extra coats here and there, but overall it went on fairly well. I just think I put it on a little bit too thick because I'm completely out of this already. So I'm either going to be ordering a lot more or I'm going to figure out some way to adjust this. So hey, you got to test this out somehow, right? So here's the little close-up of the first kind of attempt here. You can kind of get the texture right there in that glare right around there. Very noxious. I mean, it's got a lot of fumes. So definitely do this outside or in a paint booth or something with a lot of evacuation of the fumes. It's very strong. That's all that was left over. I dumped it out on the ground just to guys show you. So there's the bottle. Just a little bit left over. At the bottom of the can that the little straw couldn't get to. First impressions, it goes on thicker than what you think it'll go on. Second, there is a lot more overspray than what you would expect, so taping off is going to be crucial. So this is exactly why I'm not a paint and body guy. My patience level is not really good for projects like this, so I think I'm growing as a DIYer, but the taping and it's mind-numbing, guys. I don't like it at all. So some people really enjoy this part, and God love them, because Yeah. But we're going to start today I'm actually going to start from the front and work my way back. I'm going to go ahead and do the under areas first, let that dry, then be able to pull the hood over and then do that. And then we're just going to kind of work one side back, get the middle, and then work the other side. Hopefully I've got enough product to get this finished. So we'll see. Okay, I think I'm just getting better at my technique because it seems like the product is lasting a little longer. Alright, so I managed to get with one can, fender, kind of this front area, the whole side, and about half of the back. So it's going a little further this round. I must have just put it on really too thick and really just kind of getting technique down on that first time. You gotta be careful when you're spraying a lip, it kind of gets a buildup, so you gotta kind of smooth that out. Okay, this can got about this side. I think it was a little bit heavier on this coat than the other side, but it's about, it's working out pretty good. So I think I'm okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put a third can on just to get the back and a little bit more of the interior. And then I'm going to let it flash today and dry, and then we'll come back and handle the rest of it. Okay, I'm at 4 cans in, and I've pretty much got the entire exterior except for the hood because it's up. I've got about half of the interior done. I've still got this section to go, and then I've got the tailgate right there to go. But I've got most, if not all, of the exterior of the Jeep with 4 cans. I would say from an estimation standpoint that 1 can basically covers that amount of area right there. So obviously kind of take that area and multiply that by how many cans you need as far as coverage. I would say another tip is wear shorts that actually fit you when you try to do this, because I'm pretty much going around this vehicle, and you probably saw me in the video, although I'll put it in fast motion so you can't make fun of me. But my pants are falling down, and so I'm having to pinch up my drawers as I'm walking around. So again, not a painter, have not done anything like this before, so all those little simple tricks of wear a belt or something when you're doing this, because man, my pants are falling down, and it kind of makes it hard to paint and concentrate on painting when your pants are down by your ankles. So top tip. Still got 2 left. So there's a good chance I'm going to be able to finish at least this section right here and then use that last can for the interior. We'll see. I've got some other on order through Amazon, but if it comes and I just don't need it, I can send it back. No big deal. Got my hose in it, that's not good. Somewhere, oh, right there, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Now it's time for a drive. Alright guys, so that's the finished product. It was a long time, it was a lot of work, but for around $200, a little bit more, just because, you know, buying the extra supplies like tape and paper and, you know, that kind of stuff. But for about let's say $230, I was able to bedline the entire exterior, interior, the wheel wells, under the hood, and now it's a very good quality protected finish. I would say probably in retrospect, the things that I would work on a little bit more is taping off a little bit more, because there's quite a bit of overspray, especially, you know, when I got to the top of a fender or something like that, and so I was spraying, well, the part that, you know, wasn't hitting the fender was spraying kind of past the fender, and so I would spend a little bit more time doing some prep work as far as taping off the vehicle or your surroundings. It dries extremely fast, so get ready to work. Get all your cans lined up, get everything kind of set and ready to go. Make sure you got all your supplies ready because it's going to go quick. Now, the great thing about the product is it's very forgiving. So if you make a mistake, if you see a section that you just applied too heavy, or maybe you saw I got my hose in it, or a bug lands in it, something like that, you just go over it one more time and kind of adjust the heaviness, I guess is to say, of the product on the vehicle by how far or close you get to the vehicle. There's also a little adjustment knob on the end of the gun that I did find out later actually does work, but I had a little bit more success with just kind of my spacing from the vehicle. So if I got closer, it went on a little heavier. If I got back, it went on a little lighter, of course. I would say if you're working on areas that are above you, that you're having to do extreme angles, so like you're having to point the gun up or point the gun down, make sure you do those first, because the straw, once the product gets low in the can, the straw has a tough time picking up product down there at the bottom. So if you've got those kind of projects where maybe you're doing the wheel wells or the under wheel wells, go ahead and get those started first. Get those out of the way, and then you can do a little bit more flat surfaces when the straw is more up and down, and can get access to the product better. Overall, I'm really impressed with the product itself, the way it turned out on the Jeep. It looks great. I'm really glad I decided to keep the grill blue and the dash blue. I added some blue shock covers and things like that, just kind of tying it all together. While I was out on my drive a second ago, I lost brakes, so I'm going to have to figure that out because I had really good brakes before, and now I don't have any brakes, hardly any brakes. So I'm going to have to figure out, it's probably just an adjustment that I messed with while everything was off. Not a big deal. Runs great. As you saw, I had it up to about 55, 60 miles an hour, no problems. Now, what am I doing with the Jeep? Well, you know me, things got, come in and they kind of stay for a little bit and then they got to go. It's going to go on the market. So I'm going to tweak it a little bit, a couple of things, work on the brakes, detail the engine bay a little bit more, just make sure it's all working. I noticed last night the headlights wouldn't come on for some reason, but they came on the day before. So again, just kind of figuring out those little issues. And I'll be doing that over the next few days, and then probably within a week or two it's going to be on the market. So don't know exactly how I'm going to sell it yet. I'll keep you guys informed as we go along on the next video. Speaking of next video, we've got a special surprise in the fact that Old Bones is going to be coming back into the next video, and I got a special new tow vehicle that I'll be showcasing in the next video. So I'm going to be putting Old Bones and the new tow vehicle side by side and doing a little bit of comparison. So that'll be a good video. Should be coming out next week. Sorry for the delay on the video this time. Just took me a lot of extra time. Had to wait for some product to come in. But guys, it turned out great. If you're going to do this at your own home, try this yourself. Man, I recommend it. Product link is below as far as the product that I used and where I bought it from. And guys, I was very, very impressed, very happy with the product. So guys, go get them. So guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. In fact, I'm up over 1,000 subscribers now. Man, that's an exciting benchmark for me. So thank you so much. Click subscribe. Click the like button if you like the video. If you don't like the video, don't hit the down button. Just give me a comment. Tell me why you don't like it. I'd love to hear. It will help me grow as a creator. So for the next video. So guys, God bless. Take care, and I appreciate you watching.